Sounds great, doesn't it? You know what? I've always wanted to learn to play the banjo, but I never in a million years thought I'd be in a position to not only play it, but actually teach it as well. So what makes the banjo sound so great is you're essentially, with the old-time clawhammer style, which is the style that I teach, it's you're putting two things together. You're putting together the melody, which in this case and the harmony. So it's almost like playing two instruments at once. So my name is Ben. I've been playing banjo for coming up to 20 years now. I bought my first banjo back in 2005. And I spent the first 2 years learning how to play Scruggs style bluegrass, which is all finger picking. I use metal finger picks, but after about 2 years I just give up. I couldn't do it. It was too difficult. And it wasn't until about 2007, 2008, I stumbled upon a video on YouTube, which was Patrick Costello, how to play banjo. It was just a 45-minute video of Patrick sat by his staircase with his banjo, just playing clawhammer, and I thought, yes, that's the one for me. So, yeah, I just learned from YouTube. I've never had an actual banjo lesson myself. I've never, had anyone teach me. I've just learned completely from YouTube. So, it can be done. It just takes a bit of practice and a bit of persistence and, determination. You got to want to play it, So yeah, so since about 2007, 2008, I've just been focusing mainly on the clawhammer style, which is what you heard me play at the beginning there. Clawhammer is a combination of melody and the harmony. So the melody is the part of a song which is usually picked with the back of the fingernail. Then the harmony is your chords. So with clawhammer, you're combining the melody and the harmony together to create a song. So it's almost like playing two instruments at the same time. You're playing the melody and the harmony together. So we do that by using a right hand technique called the basic frailing strum. So we'll get onto that a bit later on in the video. So at the moment, I'm assuming that you've never played the banjo before, So this video is aimed at the absolute banjo beginner. So we're going to start right at the very beginning. So make sure, obviously you've got yourself a banjo, and in our case it's a 5-string banjo. So obviously with a 5-string banjo you've got 5 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can tell that with the 5th string starts halfway down here. Now, whoever invented the banjo is an absolute genius, because really it's not a 5-string instrument. It is for your right hand. As far as your right hand's concerned, it is a 5-string instrument because you play the 5 strings. But with your left hand, when you start going into doing chord positions, like a C chord for example, yeah, G, and even when you start going further down here, we don't touch the 5th string. So as far as your left hand is concerned, it's only a 4-string instrument. Sounds great, doesn't it? So there are 3 different playing styles, main playing styles of banjo. So the most popular one in my opinion would be bluegrass or scrug style. So that involves using 3 finger picks, one on the thumb, index and middle finger, and that's the bright, loud, fast-paced picking. I'm not going to try and do it because I know I can't do it. That's the fast-paced picking style that you hear all the time. So when I first got my banjo in 2005, I tried that for 2 years and it just wasn't working for me, to the point where I nearly gave up altogether. It was too difficult. I think the learning curve for bluegrass is there's so much to take in, it just wasn't for me. But yeah, I mean, if you can play bluegrass scrug style, it sounds fantastic, and it's exciting, it's bright, it's loud, it's in your face. To me, it's the better sounding, the better sounding style of playing. But the learning curve is, give it a go. I'm not saying don't try it, give it a try, but yeah, it just wasn't working for me. So I'm here with the clawhammer style. The other style, obviously clawhammer, and then another style of playing is called 2-finger. So obviously it's different from the 3-finger scrug style. So with the 2-finger style, you're limited really between the thumb and the index finger. And it creates a less intense, more melodic, spacious playing style, and it ties in quite nicely to clawhammer as well. So for this banjo YouTube channel, we're going to focus mainly on the clawhammer style. I might touch up on a couple of 2-finger styles later on down the line, but I'm not an expert on 2-finger style, and I'm not an expert on clawhammer either. I'm just self-taught, and now I'm sat in front of a camera thinking that I can teach somebody else how to do it, but we'll give it a go. Take from it what you will. So yeah, so tuning. How to tune the banjo. So at the moment, this is called double C tuning. What we're going to do is tune our banjo to standard open G tuning. So what we're going to do is tune each string to a certain letter of the alphabet. So at the moment, that's how we tune. So what we're going to do, we're going to tune, each string has a number. So the string closest to your chin, the short string, is called the 5th string. And then you got the 4th string, 3rd, 2nd and 1st, in that order. So it goes from your chin, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. String number 1 is the one that's closest to the floor. Now, like I said, we're not tuned in to open G at the moment. I don't know what your banjo, straight out of the box, yours might be tuned to open G, but you might need to just tweak it slightly and get it sounding just right. You can download a tuner on your phone. Let me just see if I can show you this. So this is out of focus. So this is a tuning program, or app, if you will. It's free to download. It's called Pano or Pano Tuner, and you can see how it's moving with my voice as I'm talking. So basically, all we do, and you need a quiet room for this. I'm going to put my banjo on the table because I need 2 hands. And then watch what happens when I pluck the 5th string. So when I stop talking, it stops moving. So when I pluck the 5th string, you see how it goes to G, and it goes green. So when you pluck it, you want to just micro adjust your tuning pegs. I'll sit back down. Let me just breathe on the camera, it's all steamy. Why am I so blurry? Oh! There we go. I hope I'm not blurring it because I had to. That'll do. Yeah, so get your tuner, your tuning software, whatever you want. Just put it on your knee. And then the 5th string, we're going to tune it to G. It should sound like this. Okay. The 4th string, which is the big fatter string on the banjo, we're going to tune it to D. So that's in D now. So we've got G, D. String number 3, or the third string, that's going to be a B. Tell a lie, it's going to be a G. So it's G, D, G. It sounds like that, that's a G. So the middle string is a G, not a B, ignore me. G. And then the second string, that is the B. So that's out of tune at the moment. So I'm going to... So that is a B now. And then finally, the first string, which is the string closest to the floor, is a D. Now hopefully, when we strum all the strings, it should play a G chord. So you see how that sounds differently to what I had before? That's a G. And that is the most common banjo standard tuning. They call it standard banjo tuning or open G tuning. And the benefit to that is, straight away out of the box, you can play G chord because we're in a G tuning. And another good thing about that is all of our tunes that we play will be in the key of G. But the only bad thing about that is all the tunes we play will be in the key of G. Which, to be honest, at this stage of the game it doesn't really matter that much, because we're quite happy to just play, you know. So yeah, so we're tuned up now, we're in G. So it's G, D, G, B, D. And it's worth memorising them. G, D, G, B, D. Because next time you come to tune your banjo, next time you play, you don't want to be fumbling around trying to remember what letters they were in what order. So I've come up with a little bit of a silly memory assistant, I don't know what you call it, mnemonic. So it goes like this, okay, it's a bit silly, but if it helps you remember, it's worth it. So imagine you've got your banjo and you're walking down the street, and then somebody walks past you and he says, "Good day, GD, good day," so that's GD, and then you reply, "Good banjo day, good banjo day, GBD, good banjo day." So it's good day, good banjo day, GD, GBD. And that gets us into open G tuning. There we go. I don't have a neck strap, so watch what happens when I let go of my banjo. Okay? That is not helpful. So if you've got a neck strap, put it on. I don't wear a neck strap just because I don't like things around my neck. It doesn't really do anything for me. But if you've got a neck strap, put one on. Otherwise you're just going to be fighting this all the time. But yeah, if you've got a neck strap, wear it, because, you know, it's just going to help you. It'll keep that in place so you're not constantly fighting to keep it upright with your left hand. So the next thing we'll talk about is sitting position. So really you want to be learning the banjo sat down. I'm on a sofa here. It's not ideal. The best place to learn it is on a chair with a nice straight back. It'll keep you upright like this. Ideally without, handles, chair handles, armrests, because you want to be able to move your elbows. So if you've got an armrest sticking out your chair, you're going to be, fighting with that as well. So get yourself a nice, straight back, wooden chair, no armrests, so you can just sit on it. You're free to move, and then you can start playing. Yeah, I mean at this stage now, so we've got our banjo, we're tuned up, we're in the right seating. So holding the banjo, you want it between your legs. You want your neck at roughly a 45-degree angle. You know, so if I turn my tuning peg that way, see that peg? See how it hits me in the ear? That's kind of like the right place you want to be. You want it like 45-degree angle between your legs. You know. I think that's it. I think we're good to go. Now this video is for the absolute beginner. You know, banjo for beginners. So if you've never played an instrument before, or you don't play guitar, or you've got no musical background, then don't worry about it. You don't need it. Like I said, I don't play anything. I've never had a lesson. I'm just completely self-taught, watching YouTube, a couple of books. You know, what we on now? Nearly 20 years later, I can play a few songs, and I feel like I'm in a position that I can teach you a couple of things. So yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, I would recommend you join my Banjo Adventures Discord. If you just follow the link down below, there should be a link to my Discord. It's a virtual space. There's a handful of people in there at the moment. I've only just created it, but what I'm going to do is upload these kind of videos into my Discord, and then you can watch the videos from in there. It's totally free. You don't have to pay anything, and then you can comment and we can discuss this video in there. And if you've got any questions, maybe I've gone a bit too fast or you want me to explain something a bit slower, just contact me in there. We'll have a chat about it, and if you want me to go into something in a bit more detail, just let me know, and yeah, we can do that. That'd be good. So yeah, if you go onto the link, invite, click on the invite, accept it, it'll take you to Discord. And then inside Discord, I've done a short video just explaining what everything is and how to navigate and how to get the best out of it. So yeah, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, so clawhammer style, like I said before, it's a downward picking technique. And what we're doing, we're combining the melody and the harmony to create a sound. So it's like playing two instruments at once, almost, you know. Take, for example, a tune called 8 More Miles to Louisville. So the start of that tune sounds like this. So I'll play that again, it goes. So that's the melody for 8 More Miles to Louisville. Now the harmony, that's made up of strumming and chords, so the harmony will sound like this. So them two elements just on their own don't really make the song. And the harmony. Messed up at the end a little bit there, but that's okay. So combining the melody and the harmony together using a right hand technique, which we'll go into shortly. The right hand technique is this. Watch, my left hand doesn't touch anything. So the right hand technique, called the basic frailing strum, that creates the foundation of everything that we're going to learn off the back of it. So that tune again, 8 More Miles to Louisville. Harmony. So we combine the two together using the right hand technique, and it sounds like this. So you see how it brings them two elements together, the melody and the harmony. Like I say, it's like playing two instruments at once, and it creates that, you know, that depth of sound and that banjo sound that they like. Now, just the right hand technique on its own is going to take a long while to learn. It takes a lot of muscle memory, a lot of practice, and it starts with a pluck with the back of the middle fingernail on the middle string, or any string really. Usually I'd say the first string, so the one closest to the floor. The reason why that's easier is because, you know, there's no string next to it, so you can really get a nice bright pluck. So you're just gonna hammer down on the string. Now the reason why this technique is called clawhammer is because with our right hand we're gonna make a claw. You see that? Make a claw with your right hand, and using your claw you hammer down. You're not plucking. You're not like plucking like that. You're not picking it upwards. You're doing a very purposeful claw, and you're hammering down. You're hammering down on the string. So if you've got a banjo with you now, just pick it up, get yourself tuned to G tuning, so we both sound the same. Rewind the video, go back to the tuning part if you need to, and then just follow me. Just, you know. If you miss, that's okay. If you hit more than one string, that's fine. Because what we're going to do is we're going to use the basic right hand technique, and that's going to become our driving force for all the tunes that play in the future. So once, you know, just keep practicing hammering down, and if you feel a bit confident, have a go on the second string. But you'll find with this one, missed, you're more likely to catch more than one string at once, but that's okay. If you need to look down and watch your fingers, do that as well, you know. Let's go for the third string. Okay, so we'll leave that for a bit. The next thing we'll just have a go at is just simply strumming. So again, we don't need to do anything with the left hand. In fact, for a long time we won't need to do anything with our left hand. So again, back of the middle fingernail, just strum. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and... Now when you strum, use your thumb and just rest it on the fifth string like that. Use it as like an anchor point, and then make your claw and just see my thumb? See how my thumb just rests on the fifth string? 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and... Now, what we're going to do next is move on from the strum by adding a pluck. So when we strummed, we had our thumb on the fifth string, and now we're going to use our thumb to to pluck the fifth string. So if you have your thumb on the fifth string and you just lift it off, you're not going to get much of a sound. So what you want to do is just ever so slightly get your thumb and just dig it into the fifth string a little bit, and that way when you pick off you get more volume. You don't want it too loud, you want it roughly about the same volume as your strum. So what I'm going to do is thumb on the fifth string and just strum down, and then thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There you go. Practice that a little bit. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we'll do is we'll combine all three of those pick, the strum, and the thumb into 4 steps. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to move the camera a bit closer so you get a better view, and I can better explain how it all comes together. This is a bit of a close-up view now. So you're looking down, that's our fifth string there where my thumb is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So before we practice, just hammering on the first string. And then we practiced strumming, look where our thumb is, and plucking. Strum, thumb. Strum, thumb. Now what we're going to do is do the pluck, the strum and the thumb, and we're going to do that in 4 steps. 4 steps, okay? Step 1, we're going to hammer down on, we'll focus on the first string now, because like I said, there's no string in front of it, so it gives us a bit of breathing space. We'll still probably hit more than one string at once, that's perfectly fine, because in the grand scheme of things, when we're playing a song and we're going fast, you know, we're doing the strum, you won't even notice small little mistakes like that. So, step 1, we're going to start from up here, and then when we get to step 4, we're going to finish up here. So what do I mean by up here? So basically we're just in a position where we can hammer down. So we got our claw, remember, we made a claw, I'm going to hammer down on that first string. So step 1 is this. Step 1, hammer down. Step 2, bring your hand back up. Step 3, strum. Now one caveat to step 3 is when you strum, watch what happens with my thumb. Strum, look where my thumb is. You're going to strum, thumb. Do it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to feel so unnatural at first, but you know, the more practice we do at this, the more it's going to just become muscle memory. And that's all it is, it's muscle memory. You'll get to a point eventually where your right hand, you don't even think about it, it just becomes... You know, and I can, because of all the practice, I can now actually just single out each string. So if I wanted to go first string, or fourth string, or second string, or string 1 to 4, like this. You know, it's just practice. A lot of the times we alternate between the 3rd and the 4th string, so it sounds like this. It's called the bum ditty, because it goes bum ditty bum ditty bum ditty bum ditty. So it's called the bum ditty, the basic frailing strum, the basic clawhammer technique, the basic right hand pattern. And it's basic because in a sense it is, it's just 4 simple steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. I counted that wrong then. It should be 1, 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. If you're practicing at night time and everyone's trying to sleep, you're not going to be very popular in your house, so you can just use your left hand and just gently, just mute the strings just by touching them. Now speed, obviously everybody wants to play the banjo fast because that's where all the exciting stuff happens. But at this early stage, speed is nothing. Speed is just a natural byproduct of your ability to do that right hand technique. For example, the tune, it's normally like the first tune that you'll learn. It's called Cripple Creek. That's just playing at a moderate slow pace, where you can go. Now, obviously I could play at 2 different speeds. It doesn't mean any one is particularly better than the other. But with speed, I wouldn't even try to play fast at this moment in time. Just get a nice, steady. Play at a constant, steady pace, but more importantly, try and just play through your mistakes. So if you miss you're coming down to hammer on the string and you miss completely, don't stop. Just if you get into the habit at this early stage of playing through your mistakes, then it'll help you, because them little mistakes, although obvious now while we're learning, you might catch more than one string when you're plucking, or you might miss the strum altogether, or you might not catch the 5th string with your thumb, or anything could happen. As long as you keep that pace the same, it won't even be noticeable when you start learning to play a song. So what we'll do, we'll just focus on that 1st string. And have a practice. Like I said, join my Discord server, watch this video, give me some feedback, let me know what you understood, what you didn't understand. If you want me to explain something a little bit better or come at a different camera angle, just let me know, and I'll put some more videos together. But this is video 1, lesson 1, if you want to call it a lesson. So hopefully many more videos to come. Like I said, this is my first video, so if I'm not able to, you know, explain something properly, you just let me know, and I'll do my best to explain it the best I can. Okay, so I'll see you in the Discord server. Make sure you come and say hello, introduce yourself, and yeah, it'd be nice to meet you. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.